Thank you for joining us this afternoon to learn some basics about the WPS Medicare website. My name is Karen Curtis, and I am a provider and outreach education specialist here at WPS. Today, I am joined by my friend and coworker, Tom Ryan. Tom will be monitoring the chat for questions, as well as providing you with some additional information and links. Here at WPS, we want to have a website that is helpful and meets our customers' needs. During the registration process for previous webinars, we found that there may be some aspects of our website that may cause confusion and topics that might be difficult to locate. So for that reason, we thought it would be helpful to create a webinar that would cover the basics. Now, the information being presented today could be useful not only to a new provider, but to providers who have been with us for a while and just haven't had the time to really explore. This slide is our disclaimer. CMS does prohibit the recording of this webinar for profit-making purposes. As I stated earlier, we are recording the event so that it can be posted to our webpage and YouTube channel as an encore presentation. Our goal today is to help you better understand and use our website. To do this, we'll cover the website's layout and explain its features, and then we'll end with some live navigation. The world of Medicare contains a lot of acronyms. I've created this list for those of you that will see and hear, that you might see and hear during my presentation. Many of you may be aware of most, if not all of these, but I like to include them in case there's someone who's new to Medicare or maybe someone who works in the field or practice where they haven't had to know what all of these mean. If I mention any acronyms that you're not familiar with, you will have this slide for reference. We're going to start out today with the basic layout. When accessing the WPS website, the first thing you will be asked to do is choose your jurisdiction. Whether you choose jurisdiction 5 or 8 is going to depend on where you're located. If you work for a provider located in Iowa, Kansas, Missouri, Nebraska, or one of the national providers, then you're going to choose J5. J8 would be chosen if you work for a provider located in Indiana or Michigan. The next choice will be Part A or Part B. Now, when we ask Part A or Part B, we aren't talking about benefits. You don't want to choose Part A for inpatient hospital stays and Part B for outpatient services. We're actually referring to which processing system you use to bill Medicare. So if you submit claims on a UB04 or an 837I using the Fiscal Intermediary Standard or Shared System known as FIS, then that's going to be Part A. If you bill using a CMS 1500 or an 837P, the multi-carrier system known as MCS, then this would be Part B. Now, I know there's quite a few of you that bill both. So you may be asking, which system do I choose? So to that, I'm going to say it's going to depend on your situation and what you're looking for. If you're having a problem with some claims and you're wondering if maybe it's a systems problem, then you're going to want to choose Part A if your problem claims are in FIS, or Part B if you're having issues with claims in MCS. Now, this is also going to be very important when you're going to, like for documentation for medical review or claims, because not only do J5 and J8 have different addresses, but J8 Part A could have a different address than J8 Part B. So we just want to make sure that you're clear with what we mean by that. Our website is also divided into a non-secure and a secure section. The non-secure is what everybody has access to view. You can look at articles under different topic centers. You can access the training center to see what webinars we plan on holding, or maybe watch some encore presentations. So it's basically just information that's available to everyone. Now in our secure section, information gets more specific. So this section of our website requires users to be registered in order to gain access, and it's something that you're going to have to recertify your account annually. Now, the reason for this is because the secure section of our website provides information related to beneficiary eligibility, claim status, and transactions. And you just want to make sure that that information is only shared with individuals who should have access to see it. Now we're going to move on to some of the features of our website. Now I do have some slides that I'm going to go over before we go out to the live navigation. So when you come to WPS Medicare's website, you're going to find our logo is on the toolbar in the upper left corner. This is a link to our home page. So as you navigate through the website, if you want to get back to the home page, all you have to do is click on this logo. On the next part of the toolbar, you will find our Topics Center with a drop-down box. Now this is going to allow you to quickly access topics or departments that you're looking for. We'll take a closer look in a few moments, but I'll mention that each topic has a Guides and Resources Center, news and updates, FAQs, and forms. Benefits and eligibility, along with the documentation, are topics that were added with the website updates that took place last year. So these are new. I did note here, if you're looking for DDE or IVR, those are located under the Self-Service Topic Center. As we move to the right on our toolbar, the next option will be Tools. And there's going to be a drop-down box that allows you to access the most popular tools quickly. So this is going to include the CERT claims lookup, LCD and article lookups, date calculators, and the Medicare participating physician and supplier lookup. Now, if you don't see, that's not one of the tools that you're looking for, if you're looking for something else, then you're just going to click on the All Tools option. Now, when you click on the All Tools option, you're going to see that there's a mix of documents and forms and tools. So I've got a list here of everything that you're going to see under the All Tools. You're going to find forms like requesting access to DDE entry. This is another location where you can find a link to the portal user manual. And this is also where you're going to find the reason and remark lookup tool. And we'll look at that more closely later. Next is the Training Center. So here you can find everything related to provider outreach and education. You can see what we have coming up as live events. You can watch past presentations and access playlists for our YouTube channel. And we'll go over that in more detail also. There's a lot on our training center that you'll be able to look at. So now we're going to head and go out and look at things live. Okay, so as I stated, here's our logo right here, and this is going to get you back to the home page regardless of where you are in the website. I had talked about the Topic Center, the tools, and the Training Center, but I didn't bring up the contact list. So let's take a look at that option real quick. So the first thing that you're going to need to do is select who you want to contact. I'm going to select appeals just because they're at the top of the list. So you can see the first thing that you are given is the IVR phone number and the hours of service. It also provides links for the IVR conversion tool and the IVR operating guide. If you scroll down, I'm sorry, I should have mentioned when you first go into the website, it's going to ask you what jurisdiction. So right now I am in J5 Part B. So when it has mail written request for determination of a claim, it gives me a list of the addresses for the appeals department. And this is where I wanted to show you. If I switch this to J5A and I switch appeals, the addresses are different. So if I'm sending a written request for a claim in FIS, that's going to go, and I'm in a provider that's in Iowa, that's going to go to PO Box 7665. But if it's for a claim that's in MCS, that's going to go to PO Box 8550. So that's where it gets really important to make sure that you're looking at the right jurisdiction, because if you're looking for an MCS claim and you send your request to the PO box for Part A, it's just going to delay the processing. So you really just want to make sure that you're getting those to the right places. Now, the same holds true for J8. Like if J8 India and the providers, the FIS claims would go to a different PO box than the MCS claims. Now, some departments will provide you, instead of providing you with a phone number, they'll provide you with an email address. So let's say, for example, you have a comment on a draft LCD. So it's going to let you know that you need to email policycomments@wpsic.com. It gives you a link to the email address. And so that's how you would contact us if you wanted to make comments on a draft LCD. There's also boxes down here. If you have a question or feedback from WPS, this will allow you to search the FAQs, or you can send an email to us. Now, this specific option would be like a general question that's not going to contain any claim or patient specific information. If you do want to contact us and it's something that involves PHI, then you're going to choose this option over here. You're going to send us a secure message, and it is going to require you to log into the secure portion of our portal. If we go back up, I'm going to click here and take us back to the home page just so that you can see how that's used. This next, you'll see a little message box here. And this is if you're having, if we're having any system issues, there's going to be a little notification sign on here. So there'd be like a little red dot with a 1 or 2, you know, however many messages there are. If you click on this, then it will take you and tell you what the system status is. It also gives screen alerts and claims processing alerts. If I switch to Part A, it'll give me FIS claims processing alerts. We also have a search function up here that will allow you to search different topics, and that's going to stay there as you move through the website. Since the majority of our users come to our web page and they log into the secured section, this is where we put the user login section. It's going to be right here front and center. It's going to stay on here. As you move through, if you don't log in, it's going to stay on there so that you can log in whenever you want, wherever you are in the website. You'll also see that it has a link to the portal user manual, to expired MPI administrator accounts. There's a link if you want to register, and also a link if you can't log in. Now, as we move down the page, you're going to find the code lookup tool right here. Now, you can use this to search local coverage determinations or LCDs. national coverage determinations or NCDs. And if you have a type or a subject that you want to do, you can type that in. But if you just want to see a list, I can click on LCD and article lookup and I can hit search and it'll provide me with a list of the LCDs and articles. I can do the same thing with NCDs. Or if I have a topic, let's unclick that, sorry. Do joint. It gives me a list of the LCDs and then it gives me a list of the articles that are associated with joints. The LCD list is sorted by the ID number and not the title of the LCD. Now, the NCD list is sorted by the ID number and it's in descending order. The next box that we have here is the carousel. And this features articles that we want to bring to your attention. If we start out at the beginning here, it's letting you know about the holiday closure that we have on Monday. Here's an update to the proposed Moldex. And if you want to get more information on it, you just click Read Now. This next box here is our quick links, and these are links to what is most looked for or most visited on our website. So you have claims department, EDI. This will take you, we'll click on this real quick because this does take you to the corporate website. So things look a little different. So don't be surprised. This is still, for us, but it just looks a little different when you go into it. We have modifiers. I know that's a big topic right now. You can see our encore presentations, the DDE manual. So just things that get looked up a lot or visited frequently will be over here in the quick links. Now, if there's any disruptions to our portal, you're going to see an alert in this system bar right here. You'll see something up here, but you'll also see it right here. This also gives you our customer service hours, and it tells you about any upcoming closures that we would have to the customer service center. Now, towards the bottom of the page, you're going to find news and updates. And this section is going to house our weekly web update articles, weekly Medicare Learning Network Connect articles, and any Medicare Learning Network Connect special editions. So if I click on this, it'll take me to that page. It also, as you can see here, you can change. I can go to the appeals and it's going to take me to the appeals, news and updates. I can toggle to claims, so you don't have to go back and forth. You can just switch right there. This next box in the middle bottom is for upcoming training events. It lets you know about the most recent events we have going on. If you click on the See More, it'll take you to our live events page where you can register for our webinars. At the bottom right corner, this is going to take you to the claims processing alerts. So again, I'm in part A, so I have FIS alerts. If I switch to Part B, it'll take me to MCS alerts. So just a lot of different ways to navigate to get the information that you're looking for. At the very bottom, you have a box here where you can enter your email address, and that's going to allow you to sign up for e-news, not only from WPS, but also directly from CMS. You'll also see a need help, educational opportunities, other resources, and stay connected. Here at the bottom of the page, the stay connected, this section provides links to our Facebook page and our YouTube channel, and it has a link to the International Customer Management Institute. Down at the bottom here, you're also going to see a live chat. Now this button will stay in the lower right-hand corner, no matter where you navigate on our website. Now, if I click on this, you'll want to notice this is for helping navigating our website. So this is not for claim specific questions, or it's not going to connect you to a customer service representative for help. It's just for navigating the website. There we go. Over here, we have a feedback tab, and this is also going to be on the right-hand side of the page, regardless of where you navigate. Now, if I click on this tab, it's going to ask what sort of feedback you're providing. Is it information on this page, a technical issue, or is it something else? I'm going to go back up to the top here. And I'm going to choose from the topic center. Let's click on documentation. So when you choose a topic, it's going to bring you to the guides and resources. You can see that this changed. It tells me I'm in a topic center. And we have a few different options that you have in displaying the information. This automatically just displays it by topic. And as you can see, it tells you how many items we have on that topic. We can also do specialty service, or you can just have the items listed A through Z. Now here's another thing that you'll notice as you're going through. If I'm in documentation and I'm doing A through Z and I'm in Part B, there's 23 items that I have available. If I go to Part A and do A through Z, there's 18. So again, you just want to be aware of what jurisdiction you're in depending on what you're looking for. Also, you can see up here we have news and updates, FAQs, and forms. So this is all going to go along with the topic of documentation. You can also toggle between centers. So if I go to appeals, then it's going to show me the forms that I have for appeals. Cost report audit. Now this has some articles that the cost report that they want to make sure that you know about. These are frequently looked at. So these are going to be up here on top. But you can still go down here and pick a topic, click on the down arrow, and you'll have a list. Now, if I click on this, it'll take me to the article. Next, I want to take a look at the All Tools section. So here we have a list of everything for tools and self-service. Excuse me 1 second here. Sorry about that. I was getting a frog in my throat. um, so here, if you want, you can hover over the name and it'll give you a description of that tool. Now this way, you'll know if that's what you want to select without having to open the page and go, no, that's not what I want, and back out. So you can just kind of hover over it and see if that's what you want to do. I'm going to go down here and I'm going to go to the reason remark lookup. Now this tool allows you to look up CARCs and RARCs that you're going to find on your remittance advice. And if you're a Part A provider using FIS, it'll allow you to look up reason codes. Now there's also a link here, and this is going to take you to all of the external code lists that are on the Washington Publishing Company's website. So if you have something that's not a CARC or a RARC or a reason code, you can go there and it provides you with additional lists. Here I'm going to search MA01. I'll put that that's a RARC. And this will provide me with information on that RARC code. Now next we're going to move on and we're going to go to the training center. So the training center, this is basically the web page for provider outreach and the education team. First, we have the live events. This is going to take you to our live events page. And if you scroll down, it's going to have all of our webinars listed by date. It's going to give you the topic, tell you what time it is. Now, this time is a link, and that's going to allow you to register for an event. So if you see something out here and you're like, hey, I want to make sure I go to that one, you just click on the link. It'll let you register. And we also provide copies of our presentations. So here you can see this will be posted out here shortly, but these have already been posted. So you click on the link that takes you to the presentation for download. This next box here is our encore presentations. So this is recordings of past events. Now, if you weren't able to attend a live event, you can watch the recording of it on our encore presentation webpage. You'll find a list. It tells you when the webinar was, the title of the webinar, and it tells you how long it was. Now, I know even though our stuff is posted on the YouTube channel, maybe your work computer doesn't allow you to go there. So you don't have to go out there anymore. We have an embedded player. So if I wanted to watch this webinar, all I do is click the down arrow and there it is. That way you don't have to navigate away from our website. There's also a link down here that'll allow you to download the materials. So if I miss this webinar and I want a copy of the slides, I can still get it. Go back. If we go to the YouTube videos, this is going to give you a list of all of the playlists that we have available on our YouTube channel. And it also provides links. So it's going to take you out to YouTube if you're able to do so. The Partner with Us provides information for different entities who may want us to provide training or education. This gives a list of what our guidelines are, expenses, things like that. And then it has the partnership request form. So if you're at a facility and you want us to provide education for you, you can send this partner request form to our team's email address and we can look into that. This next section uh, is a little about our Provider Outreach and Education Advisory Group, which is called POAG. So 3 times a year, we meet with members of the provider community. And these meetings allow members to provide us with feedback in regards to education we provide, our YouTube channel, our website, and they also give us suggestions on topics for customer service training or future webinars. Now, even if you're not a member of the POAG and you don't attend the meetings, we do post our meeting minutes out there. So if it's something that you are interested in and you just wanted to see what was talked about, you can go out there and look at that. This next here is Meet the Team. So this is actually about all of us that provide live events and training. It has a little bio, it has our pictures out here, tells you a little bit about each of us. So if that's something like if you want to know who we are, um, this will tell you about us. The training overview is where you can find an overview of our training programs and the Provider Outreach and Education team. So what is PO, training formats that we use, speaker requests. The new to Medicare section provides training for those who are new to Medicare. If we go out here, it has CMS courses that may be of interest. It breaks down the courses based on what type of billing you do. Has CMS YouTube videos. So just education for somebody who may be new to Medicare. This last little box you see here is a specialty service training resources. And this is where you can find out about specialty training. So I'm just going to click on chiropractor. Now, the first thing that you might notice is I get a warning. This is telling me that this resource applies to Part B, and I am in a Part A jurisdiction. So if I click over to Part B, you can see that warning goes away. But here it provides links for chiropractic resources, medical review, general information, just something that allows you to look up if you're looking for some sort of specialty. You will notice that the FA or FQHCs went away. If I go back to Part A, then it reappears. Now, while we're on the Training Center page, I also want to show you, here's our calendar. So you have blue, this is what today's events. If I go into September, I can hover over here and it will tell me what events we have coming up. We have training FAQs. I can hover over that and it will give me the answer. Here is another opportunity to take a survey on the PO team, so us. Um, there's a link to that. You can go out there and take that. We want to hear from you. And lastly, down here, there's a little need help. So you can get website help or you can contact us about training. So hopefully this little tour covered things that you guys were looking for. I'm going to ask Tom while we're still out here, has anything come through in the chat that anybody would like to see?
Hey, Karen, I do want to address something just real quick for everybody. I did have a few questions come into the chat, and you guys were asking me about specific features like how do I locate my overpayment, what information is available, how do I file an appeal, those types of things. I'll have Karen address some of those so you can get some general information, but keep in mind a lot of this, the actual functionality of filing the appeal or locating the overpayment information, that secure section that Karen talked about up there in the top. That is actually something we are currently working to update. So, it's maybe around mid-October, so not really sure the exact date, the final date for that. But we aren't going to do a navigation inside of that just yet. We're waiting for that update to occur. So we're not showing you something that we're just going to have to re-show you in about a month. We really want to try not to do that. I do want to do that. The portal user manual is available, and I'm going to ask Karen to show that. And then once she does that, we'll come back on and I'll give you the next question. So here's the portal user manual. Now she's go through this, lots of information in here, but if she scrolls down towards the bottom, you'll actually have a section and it's all transaction. This transaction is one of the about the financial center. Now the financial center is where you're going to find your overpayment information. And that's what I was very specifically asked about is how can I locate that? If we go to the overpayment search feature, it will let you search what overpayments you have outstanding, if any, all of that. Now, keep in mind, Karen and I are not ever going to be allowed to access this because we don't have a need to see your provider information or a patient's information. So we will use this screen print. So if there's other items you want to know about that, please put that back in chat. I'll get Karen to kind of move through this. If you're wondering why I get to talk about it, this is more what I work with. Karen works more on the public side, so we go back and forth. I'm much more versed in the changes and then what's happening with the portal, which is the section that we're just showing you the manual for. Let me know, Karen, if you're ready for me to move to the next question.
Yep, I'm ready.
Okay. Next question, is there a tool we can access on the website which shows the allowed amounts Medicare will pay?
Are they talking about like Medicare secondary payer or?
Not real sure. So I wasn't really sure if they were talking about like a fee amount or if we're talking about like the actual, both. So yeah, Medicare secondary payer and the fee amount, which I just mentioned. So yeah.
Here we have the 2024 Medicare physician fee schedules. So we have a quick link right here. Sorry, let me go to part B. So that has information there that can be downloaded. For the MSP, I will say the calculator that we have does not work with inpatient claims. And if you hover over it, it tells you that it should only be used for MSP types 12, 13, and 43. But if you go in there, it has you do the billed amount, the OTAAF amount. It has you fill out some information, and then it would give you the results down here of what Medicare should be paying. So hopefully that helps and answers the question.
For the fee schedule amount, do you want to go to the training, the topic center and fees? Just go to the basic topic center and fees. We do not have a direct tool. We'll give you the fees, and that's kind of a little bit there. What was showing you is that these are the actual fee schedules, and then you can open them and look through them, and that's fine. But CMS does not allow us to create a tool or whatever if they've already on their website. So all of the fee schedules that are posted on the CMS website, we don't have the access or the ability to recreate because CMS doesn't want us So if you were to look at the ambulance fee schedule, if you were to look at the lab fee schedule, those are available directly on the CMS website. So we don't have like a tool to give you that information. So Kelly, hopefully between all those components, we got what you needed. If not, throw it back in chat and let me help you out some more. If not, again, just let us know. All right. Next question. Is there a place to find a clerical error versus a clerical error versus redetermination in regards to units and price?
Okay. Tom, you're a little bit more familiar with the appeals process.
Yeah. That's definitely my expertise area there. So what I would like to first ask is, if you're trying to use the portal for the clerical error, the CR function, clerical error reopening is what it's called, clerical error. That portal feature only allows you to adjust the unit or the price, one, not two. So what I'd like Karen to do is underneath here, I want her to use that area on the that'll show us the forms on the top. She's got. All right, so underneath that, if you're trying to adjust both the units and the price, it's two functions. Yes, you can file a clerical error reopening, but guess what you have to do? You have to file a form and send that in. It's a reopening request form. Please make sure that you are in the right section. We talked about FIS and MCS and all of that. If you're in the wrong section, this will come into the wrong area. It can delay it. It causes lots of problems. Don't do that. Make sure to start off with you're in the right section. If she opens this form, she actually has a form that will give us all the pieces of information we need. And in this case, remember, our system allows one change, and our system is the portal, which is that portion up there. If you got two, which is Washington, you have to make a form, but it can be done via the form. So hopefully that answers the question. If not, again, I'd love to have that back in chat. We can get you more. We're going back.
Tom, you're kind of breaking up.
Oh no. What did I miss?
You had talked about the form, but then I didn't hear what you said after it. So just like the last couple seconds.
Okay, so just remember that if you're doing the two, both for the amount, the units, and the amount, the price, you can't do that in the portal. If you're doing one, you can. If you're doing two, you've got to come out here. You've got to open this up, use that form, and submit it via paper. That's just the only way to do it. If you're talking a FIS, which would be a UB04 claim, we expect you to do clerical error. In most cases, you're simply going to, well, you could do a clerical error. Most cases, you'll correctly. That makes sense, and I covered all of the different aspects of that because I'm not really sure. This person says that they bill both, so there you go. Hopefully, I got what you needed. All right, let's see. Next piece of information was, and I'm not really sure what this person was looking for, so if they're on, let me know, but how to access published materials, for example, information on evaluation and management questions from 2021 and 2022. I'm not really sure what you're looking for with that. I'm going to answer that because Karen wasn't on our team when we had the Learning Center, so she's probably not really versed with that. It's a tool we no longer have. The Learning Center was an area where we did store a lot of questions and answers. And what we did inside there was consolidate those into articles. The Learning Center debate is not something you can see. But if she goes to the claims area and to the topic center, now this is where we're going to have every evaluation and management. I actually like to just scroll down and see if you can find different things, or the A to Z works. It just depends on what you're looking for. We do not, we do on the other hand, have coverage guidelines and a variety of different things like that. One thing we're excited to note is that we are working on building an area for the topic center that will just be evaluating those with the survey. All office, all hospital visits, all skilled nursing visits. Anytime a physician or a non-physician practitioner sees someone, it's their base E&M. This is their evaluation and management visit. And so one of the great things about it is that we want to pull that out. It's 40% of all claims submitted to MCS or the Part B system. It's 40% of those. So we're going to develop a new area for that. But right now, you kind of have to work through claims to get through that information. But I wanted to point that out. Again, if you're looking for the CMS information, then you do have to go to the CMS website. If you open a couple of different links, we'll get you there. But the question and answers that previously existed in the Learning Center, we don't have a Learning Center, and we also don't have those out there. Instead, we use generalized articles. Again, I'm pretty sure Karen wasn't familiar because she was around. I think that looks like I have everything. So again, guys, if you have questions, put them into the chat. Karen, I'll give it back to you.
Okay, great. Thank you. Thanks for all those great answers, Tom. This brings us to the end of today's presentation. On behalf of myself, Tom, and the Provider Outreach and Education team, I'd like to thank you for being here today, and I hope that you will join us for future events. You may now disconnect.